Hey fam. So coming on tonight, got a couple of messages, a couple of verses that we've been seeing. We're in the in-between right now. But when the message comes out, Spirit Source once it's delivered. So here we go. So Rumors is playing again. Something about rumors. Anyhow, the first verse that came to our attention was 1 John 4:8. So when we looked it up, it said, in the Bible it says, whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. So love is the fundamental nature of God, and the inability to love indicates a lack of true knowledge of Him. Now this isn't love of Him or love of others. This is love within yourself, both sides of yourself, all sides, mind, body, spirit, feminine, masculine, everything. And then not only that, it's tied to another verse, which is 1 John 3:18, and 3:18 comes through a lot. Maybe it's important to you. And this says, not love in word or talk, but in deed and in truth. So a lot of people say they love you. Maybe a lot of people are saying they love you, I know, did you see that? But you can say it, but in deed, truth, sometimes it's a frequency thing. And so maybe people around you are telling you that they love you, but you're not feeling it. Most of my life I have been told that people love me, but they didn't even love themselves. If you don't love yourselves, they can only love you at the level that they can love themselves. So there's something about that. And then John 3:16 kept coming through. Something about John, or that name, Johnny, keeps coming through. We've been seeing Johnny everywhere. And then another verse that came through was Psalm 110. And it says it's a key biblical psalm attributed to David that describes a messianic figure who will be both a king and a priest. So maybe you're in king energy, and maybe you're also a priest, a prophet type teacher. It includes the prophecy, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. So maybe you're choosing your mission to preach, to teach, and you're sitting at the right hand of God because you've got Christ consciousness. You see signs in the universe. Maybe you go inside, because not only that, it says, afterwards it says, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet, and declares that this figure is a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. So 333, I say that, is an ascending master. That you can't make that shit up. 333 is ascending masters. You have ascending master energy around you. So the order of Melchizedek is also a starseed thing. So it refers to an ancient eternal priesthood that is superior to the Levitical priesthood as described in the Bible. It is characterized by a priest who is also a king, has no earthly lineage, and holds a priesthood that is both divine and perpetual. 411. This is your 411. This order is used to describe the eternal high priesthood of Jesus Christ, who is a priest forever according to this pattern, not by human lineage, but by divine appointment. 432, I say this, let's go. So Melchizedek as a type of Christ, because he had Christ consciousness, the king of Salem, something about Salem's been coming through heavy, and the witches and the Salem energy has been coming through, and black cats. So Melchizedek, the king of Salem and the priest of the Most High God, blessed Abraham before the Levitical priesthood existed and received a tithe from him. This established his priesthood is superior. Let's see what else. Eternal and superior priesthood. Christ's priesthood is eternal because he conquered death, unlike the mortal Levitical priest who had to be replaced. This makes his priesthood superior and more capable of saving humanity complete. So maybe you have connections, maybe you've heard of Melchizedek, maybe you want to know more. But that's been coming through in John, 1 John 4:8, and then John 3:16, for he gave his only begotten Son, and we are all God's children. He gave us all. 555, I said that, change. So anyhow, we also been seeing a lot of signs for Freemasons. Maybe you have ties to Freemasons. They have been everywhere, and we also seen 11-1 at that. So 111 could mean something to you, or maybe it's a date of birth. We seen massive amount of monarch butterflies above our cars, vultures and hawks that were being drawn to our car the whole way. We had guardians and protection, 444. The whole way, stability, and saw that the whole way. Let's see, 818, 808, and then the boss says, don't let the hard days win. 606 says Judy as well. And then we saw D up. Does somebody out there say D up? Because Spirit's like D up. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can let us know below. And Trinity's name has been everywhere. Their energy has been everywhere. Mind, body, spirit. Maybe you got the Trinity sign. And then somebody is either wanting to give you chocolate hearts. We saw it ×2. Or maybe you're getting chocolate hearts from Spirit. That was funny because I like chocolate hearts. Certain kinds. And then we seen Valor and Minnie. Is there a Minnie out there who's has got Valor? And somebody's boots in the air. I've been seeing boots in the air. Who's got their boots in the air? That was funny shit. And then we seen Twin Bridges and Spiegelville. And what I got from that is Spiegelville was in Lord of the Rings, and he had the dual personality. There was a good and a bad that, used to always battle. So maybe you're going through a Spiegel moment. You're wanting to be good. You're fighting your demon side. You're realizing maybe you were born in 74. The heater just kicked on. That's funny. So maybe you're going through Dark Night of the Soul, and you're, working on that ego of yours, and we like that. Keep doing that. Let us know if we can help. And then we seen 3311, and your initial could be R or L. And then this is funny because we've been seeing Billy the Kid energy. And then today, Spirit's like, make sure you mention Billy the Kid and show this. And I was laughing. Today we were at Walmart, and this guy in front of us had a little cherub on his shirt. Looked like Billy the Kid. He had a bag of money in one hand and this in another, and a mask. I was laughing a lot. And he's sitting on a cloud. So you could have connections to the cherubs, to the angels and stuff, but maybe they're bringing you money. This is funny because we were picking up money that was very needed at the time. So anyhow, that was hilarious because we've been seeing Billy the Kid, so shiny, let's be criminal. And then we've been, and Kid Rock and Picture came through when we saw Billy the Kid, but we didn't take the picture till today, but we saw this yesterday. So maybe you are seeing things before you're seeing things. That's funny shit. And we've been seeing lots of liberty and lots of freedom signs. And on our drive yesterday, we were guided to stop at this this place called Frasier's. Maybe it reminded me of that series, Frasier's. And when we were there, we seen this Unit 33. It was a cop vehicle, and then 2 Liberty signs. One had a flag. Thank you to my military out there, my protection. And then we got 2 dragons And then the ones most, and a donkey, because somebody's a stubborn ass out there. I was laughing at that. And then the ones, and then we seen a monkey, a big old gorilla, and an eagle. Because that means something to somebody out there. That's what Spirit said. So something about this gorilla and eagle friends. I don't know. Anyhow, and then we got our welcome by our bluebird of happiness. Because, you know, bluebirds follow us everywhere. And then we had guardians. So this is a red guardian dragon. It actually said it on its tag. And they're like, get a picture because, you know, these are your guardians. And then we seen this huge statue knight. It's an Italian 16th century suit of armor in 228899. So something about guardians and protection and knights. This is a blue dragon guardian, and they do their tags say guardian dragons. And then most of the statues there were not colored. The ones that I was guided to get pictures of were, this is a guardian dragon. He's all looking. And I posted a lot of these on my Facebook. And there was another one beside him. I got two of them. Where's this other one at? Oh, there it is. This one had a tag on its neck. So they're like, get a picture. That was funny. And I got another one. Yep. So maybe you're being guarded by dragons. Maybe you have dragon in your blood. And then maybe you're a lighthouse, because lighthouses, we find them everywhere too. And this one's in color as well. So maybe you're a beacon of light for people out there. And then we also found a mutant bear. So this bear, we see mutants all the time. So we take care of cats with 6 claws. We take care of dogs with 6. We've taken care of the cats with the no hair think gene. Well, this bear has a blue eye and a brown eye. And then his sign says, an old bear lives here with his honey. So maybe you're a mutant that lives with a honey. That's pretty funny. Anyhow, poet didn't know it. And St. Francis was everywhere, of course. Something about this picture. He's around me all the time, so maybe he's around you. Maybe you talk to animals. And then for the last guardian, we had the guardian of the temple, Canoe. I don't remember the name. If you want to really know, you'll reach out. But I don't know why my face looks like that, but he's protected. And what was funny is on his belt looked like the snitch from Harry Potter. Something about that, because that's funny shit. And check out them abs. So anyhow, maybe you like Harry Potter, maybe you got abs, and he's like holding an ankh like it's on my chest. So something about that. He's a temple guard, so, and he's a ram head. So maybe you're an Aries. Always a reason for what I take. And then this songbird clock was broken, because what did clocks sometimes do? They can lie. And it's right under the Egyptian Isis symbol. And she's got ankhs as well. So maybe something about that. Maybe you got an ankh on your chest. Yeah. Is there anything else on here, Spirit? Cardinals appear when angels are near. So if you're seeing cardinals out there, maybe you got angels around you. Is that it? Oh, we've been seeing thunderbirds everywhere and these totem poles. Because our Indian guides are everywhere. And they're always helping. Maybe they're helping you. Let us know what signs of these you were seeing. So lots of liberty, lots of freedom coming in. There was a black Bronco. Maybe you got tattoos of that. Maybe you feel like a black Bronco. Maybe you feel like freedom. Anything else? King of Wands. You have the dynamic energy of a leader. Maybe you see the big picture leader overcoming obstacles. So, how can you step into leadership and your highest potential? So, again, You're supposed to be a leader. What are you supposed to be leading us with? I know this message is going to reach who it needs to reach out there. Let us know who's Billy the Kid out there. Later.